What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to GHET-TO Sports, sports talk with street flavor. Once again, check out the gear. This is one of my new designs. I redesigned my whole hoodie line. Check it out on GHET-TO Sports in Harlem.com. But back to football. Preseason weekend. All 32 teams are playing. How is your team doing? What are you looking like? Do you look like a well-oiled machine or you look like a lot of rust? So let's go over some of this. In the preseason, game one, you want to see if your starters are playing, what they look like. Are they going out there in rhythm? Can they score? Or can they defense stop them from scoring? Hold them to a field goal. That's what you want to do. As a defense, either hold them to a field goal or no points at all. That's what you want to see with your starters in the first preseason game. You want to see what your weaknesses from last year that you improve. If you had a weak running game, was y'all able to stop the run? Your starters in that first quarter, that first series, was y'all able to stop the other team? And on offense, can y'all go down there and score? You rather score a touchdown. But if you get a field goal out of it, you knew that your team moved the ball. That's your key in preseason. You want to see what can your team do in that first preseason game. Okay? Your starters, like I said, if they start, you want them to look well. You don't want no one to get hurt. You want them to knock the rust off and play ball. Second quarter, you got your backups in, your second string. You want to know, can they hold the line for you just in case someone gets hurt? Because this is football. It's a physical sport. Someone's going to get hurt. So you want to know, see if your backups that's there right now can hold down the fort. That's what you want to see in that second quarter. Then at halftime, third and fourth quarter, that's when the rest of your team is built. Your special teams, your backups. Okay? That's where they're built at in the third and fourth quarter. Can they stop the run? Can they continue the game on offense? That's what you want to see. Can somebody step up and say, oh, Sweat, look at Charlie over there. He's doing his thing right now. All right, we're going to keep him around. Oh, you got a veteran out there. Oh, Sweat, Odell got open down there. We missed him. Oh, Sweat, he was free. We missed him. So is that your quarterback play? Not getting the ball to your playmakers, or that was your scheme? You want to knock out all the rust that you can in preseason and see what really happens. At the end, regardless, you want to win the game. You want to win the game, regardless of the fact. You want to win. So let's go over and see. We have preseason this week. What happened? Okay? Atlanta. Damn. They got waxed by Denver. Denver looked like the team that everybody's talking about. They could go to the championship, with their backups. They just destroyed the Falcons. Is this mic on? Falcon fans, did you see that? I know, Manny, is preseason. I know that. But y'all wasn't even there in preseason. Y'all was still at practice. Okay? Y'all was still at practice. Jets. You won, maybe the starters. Yeah, the starters won. But you let them come back. A little bit of errors here, a little bit of errors there, and you end up losing that game. Same thing with the Giants. Giants came out there, held them to a field goal. Very good, very good. Still need to work on stopping the run, because they ran up on you, okay? They ran on you, okay? They averaged 7 yards that first series in running in the run. But y'all stopped them when y'all had to. held them to a field goal. Then you got a field goal, you got a touchdown on your own. Looked like, once again, offensive line did not protect the quarterback. He got knocked out the game, but he came back once again on a scramble drill because the offensive line, Giant fans, are you hearing this? Offensive line did not help out the quarterback, but he threw up a 50-50 ball. And one of our new guys, Fields, jumped up and grabbed it for the touchdown. So y'all won that. Then y'all won in the half. Then y'all went in the half and scored a field goal. Could have had a touchdown. Beckham was straight down the middle, was open. Could have had a touchdown. Didn't see that. Is that bad quarterback play or a bad scheme made up by the offensive coordinator? Nagy? You're used to this, Nagy. You was a Jet head coach. Come on, snap out of it. You was with Kansas City for a couple of years. You should know what winning looks like. Snap out of it. Okay. Who else was out there that looked at the Cardinals? You know, they won this time, but they scored some points once again. Second preseason game in a row, they had over 20 points. You know, they've been balling the last couple of games. You know, in the high 20s. You know, Cardinals. Let's see what happens. Okay, they looked pretty good. They looked pretty good out there. Okay, let's see what happens going down the line. What is your team ready to do? Okay, they said now this is the first preseason game for most people, except for the two that played in the Hall of Fame game. This is preseason number 1. Now you'll see Monday, Tuesday, what kind of transactions might happen. You know, oh, I want to grab this player from this team because I seen that he did well. I'm going to give you this player from my team because he was trash. And things like that. These little transactions is going to happen. It's not going to be no major cuts because no major cut, they used to be cut here, cut here, cut there to get down to your 53-man roster. Now, all 90 players are there. You make small transitions. Then you have one giant cut to get down to 53 instead of little cut, little cut, little cut to get to your 53. So, but you won't get small transactions here and there. You know, bringing people in, letting people go. Things like that will happen. Okay? Now, don't know, preseason is preseason. You're looking at what you need to go forward with. But most of your high-powered defensive players, your explosive offensive players are not playing. They're saving themselves for the regular season. Aaron Rodgers, he said that on Thursday. Preseason, that's not football. That's what he said. Preseason is not football. And he did not play. Even though it was against the Green Bay Packers, he did not play. But Pittsburgh won. Howard looked pretty damn good out there from Ohio State. He looked pretty damn good out there. He looked very well, you know. So, getting all these players some time to look all right. Tennessee, okay. What's that? Trubisky, he looked kind of good. Levi, you know, he might be out of there, you know. He was a first-round pick or whatever pick he was, you know, last couple of years, diminished in the depth charts. Now, Trubisky might take his spot. He might be on a chopping block. We will see what happens going forward. What have your team done in the preseason? Did you see anything? Or is it the same old team? Down the stretch, it was the same old Giants. Okay? Number 12, I don't know where they got him from. He's supposed to be a veteran. From where? I don't know. Threw 2 interceptions. Looked at horrible. Looked like garbage. Looked like garbage. I'm sorry. So, there will be some transactions coming down the pipe for all teams. All right? Murray for Minnesota. Didn't look that bad. Took him down for a field goal. JJ got in. Went here and there, but did not produce anything for them. Moved the team a little bit, but did not produce anything. So maybe Minnesota did make the right decision. Tua